amateur tradition, a shot of Jaeger to start each day, or somewhere on the route that day, very early in the morning. If something happens to one of the guys that day, at least you've got to have one last drink with them. And if it was a shit day, at least it started well. Day one, Bishkek, capital of Kyrgyzstan, 200 kilometers up through a mountain pass to a little town called Kazarman. A little homestay there overnight, should be some easy riding. Get day one in the bag and then get a good feel for the bikes before we get into the trickier riding. First off, let's find Sergi, the guy I've rented the bikes off. If you want to know more about that, drop a comment below and I'll hook you up with his details. More on him later. Once we did find him, obviously the cash was exchanged, US dollars, crisp 50s and 100s in this part of the world. Don't ask me why, that's just what he preferred. Once we finished with that, out onto the bikes, a little bit of prep, not too much because we've got a support vehicle and mechanic following us. The bikes were prepped, ready to go. Once we were on the bikes, you'll see I'm in my full protective gear. I've already got a steel plate in my neck because I've broken it once. They say you can't break a neck twice, but I'm not willing to risk it, so I'll throw it on. Once we were ready, on the road as soon as possible and out of there, try and punch through the city and get on this stuff. 100 kilometers in, already got Vlad, put him to work already. So while Vlad's fixing the clutch on Johnny's bike, we met some cool little kids, some more locals come over for chat and photos. Jacko done some running repairs on his bike, just laying it over quickly because the gas cup's fallen off when he's made one. You'll see that coming up. We met a local farmer that wanted us to have some milk. It's called fizzy milk. It's as bad as it sounds. It's absolutely disgusting, meant to be good for your stomach, but when in Kyrgyzstan, do what the Kyrgyz do, I guess, so we had to try the fizzy milk.
Cheers. Cheers. Thank you.
So what was meant to be the hardest part of the day, the switchbacks, ended up being paved, nice and easy ride up, very scenic. Obviously pull over, throw the drone up, always time to pull the cameras out, pause for a happy snap. On this trip we got myself and 5 other guys. I threw out a message saying Kyrgyzstan, I've organised some dirt bikes, who wants to come? 5 guys replied saying yes, they were keen, and that's how we ended up with 6 guys. Ended up being the perfect crew for this adventure. Everyone was laid back on the same sheet of music. We had a rough plan that we wanted to do, but we didn't need to stick to it. Each day we'd generally just try and ride to a town. Vlad would organise our accommodation and we'd just twin share. It was just easier. And then back on the bikes. Here we're pretty close together because it's the first day. After that we spread out quite a bit because of the dust. Dust is just not your friend on these things. And because I've had 2 brain surgeries and I'm a bit of an idiot when it comes to technology, I've deleted the first 3 days of footage, so some of it's going to be in portrait mode from the phone. Apologies for that, you're just going to have to put up with it until day 4, where it should shift to good quality footage. There is the actual road. That sunset over the mountains. So this is pretty cool through here. It's getting pretty late. We're hoping we're next town, but pretty cool riding anyway. Just pity the sun's gone down. I guess that's what we get for breaking gearbox on the first day. Shit happens. So we did run out of light completely. We did have our headlights on. I had my goggles off. This is Rhett's view. He did not have a headlight, but he's old as shit, so he probably couldn't see anything anyway. In the end, we all did make it there. Really nice homestay. The family had dinner ready for us, so no time for showers. Straight in, grab a feed. Obviously, boots off in these places as soon as you go into accommodation or the kitchen. In for a quick feed, grab some vodka and whiskey, and off to bed for the night. Not bad at all. Day 2, Kazarman to Kazarman, approximately 150 kilometres, easy riding. Akol Lake for lunch, and then backtrack a little bit, back on the road and down to Kazarman. Quite a Chinese influence down in Kazarman because it's close to the border, and they're doing a bunch of projects down there with infrastructure and the like. So we rolled into the village late last night. It was dark, didn't fully get to appreciate where we were staying and how nice this little village was. Very small village, but really nice homestay on the creek. Good accommodation, good shower facilities, great feed all around. Most of these places made us a packed lunch so we could eat that on the road. Didn't need to really stop for restaurants, as it's not really a thing in the remote areas that we're going to. But just look how beautiful this is, and imagine just riding through this country for 8 days. No plan, no real support, although we did have laid in the support vehicle. What's on your bike is what you've got to live with. You and 5 mates, a bottle of Jaeger. What can go wrong? So the guys just prepping our packed lunch. If you're a vegetarian or a bit queasy, look away now. They just do things differently in different parts of the world. It's as simple as that.
Oh, nice.
A little detour off the main road back in the bull dust, but all worth it for Akol Lake for lunch. People will try and claim that alcohol decreases your inhibitions and lets you do stuff that you wouldn't normally do, but I get a naked picture in every country I visit. I try and be as respectful as possible. In this one, safety first, still got my helmet on. Back on the road, straight after lunch. Alcohol affects different people different ways, so I don't force anyone to have a shot with me. It's only one shot of Jaeger. Alcohol affects different people differently. One shot of Jaeger for me, not that big a deal. It's medicinal. For other people, their reaction times may be inhibited. That's on them. Let's see what this thing's got. There's 102. 25. Not too bad. We're actually riding on a road that is technically closed because of the landslides. They do clear the landslides, but you will come across sections of the road where it goes down to one lane due to rubble on both sides of the roads. But again, always time for a quick pullover, throw the drone up. You can see Vlad's van there, the Delika, going strong, always not too far behind us. The sealed road through the mountains did make for some great riding. I've never really ridden a bike on the road like this. Once Russ pulled in front, he rides a road bike often, and including on the racetrack. I couldn't keep up with him at all. I don't have the confidence or the skill through the corners to keep with him, and also I didn't want to lay the bike down, so I just rode within my abilities. Crossing some of the bridges into Kazarman that are done by the Chinese. These things look great. They go for kilometres and are at least 30 to 40 metres high. Into our accommodation in Kazarman for the night, another nice little homestay. We met a German couple, retired in their late 60s, that are travelling the world on motorbikes. Great couple to sit down, have a drink with and chat to. Again, a couple of vodkas, a couple of whiskies, and then off to bed for the night. But what a place to stay for the night.
Let's double check. It's yeah, that's a video. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Still waiting on Johnny. Sorry.
Can you move down just a little bit?
Oh, appreciate it.